What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So Season 6 has finally arrived for this game, and with it arrives two weapons at the same day. Believe it or not, this is a very, very rare instance. The last time I think I've seen this was with the SVD and as well as, what was it, the CBR4. So my reasoning as to why they probably did this is like, okay, honestly, I don't even fucking know why they did that. But anyways, the KSP-45, the brand new SMG, the first, the second burst SMG that we've ever received for this game. And holy fuck, man, it is overpowered as hell. And it's not really a surprising thing. Over the past seasons, obviously, we've had SMGs that pretty much rival every other weapon in this game. And I believe that the KSP will be no exception to this. If anything, it's probably one of the most powerful weapons in the game as of right now. Its headshot damage, its normal damage pretty much beats, I think, all of the SMGs if you think about it. So thanks to the research efforts of leakers on duty, they did manage to get the stats for the KSP. So here's just an idea of how powerful this thing actually is. So the headshot damage up to 15 meters is 57.8. It does lower down to 42.5 within 25.2 meters, and anything after that is 35.7. And even for the chest shots, it's 47.6 to 15 meters, then up to 25.2 meters, it's 35, and then finally up to 29.4. The only time it does ever have, any 5-shot potential, is after like 25 meters if you manage to hit in the legs or anywhere but the chest or the head. Also, if you are curious about the bullet velocity, it is also 450 ms. I think it's meters per second or miles per second, mostly meters, I think. Of course, if you want to stop and see all the stats, just pause the video if you need to. So now moving on to the attachments, it does have the Black Ops layout, so you're going to see the Task Force barrel, Cavalry barrel, and so on. They also have those Field Agent foregrips and all that other stuff that came with the MAC-10. Of course, this is a different SMG, so it's going to have different properties. There is range extensions with the KSP, given it already has pretty good range. The Task Force barrel, as well as I don't know if it was the Cavalry barrel or one of those other barrels, does help improve it by 20%, but it also has a downside of horizontal recoil or movement. It's basically one of those pick your poison situations, but it doesn't really matter because none of it really makes some sort of difference. The Task Force barrel specifically, because that's the one that actually increases your bullet velocity as well. The other one increases it by like 40%, while the Task Force increases it by 80%. Given that this is a very, very stable weapon, the Task Force barrel does literally nothing to the weapon. So you don't really have to run any sort of attachment that helps stabilize your weapon. Also, the suppressors have changed a little bit. The lightweight suppressor usually takes away like 20% range, but it only takes away like 5%. As for the agency suppressor, it does still give you that recoil benefit, but at the downside of, I think, like 5 to 10% horizontal recoil. Like I said, it doesn't even matter. There are also two mag options: the fast reload, which is just the base 30 round reload with a faster reload speed, and there is an extended mag option that increases your bullets from 30 to 42. They also do have the same foregrips, like I said, the Russell foregrip, what's the other one? The non-slip, I think that's what it's called, or fuck, I don't even know, like the firm grip tape. I don't even know what these grip tapes are called. They usually change them sometimes around, but they usually just have the same properties. One for high amounts of flinch resistance, one for a slightly higher ADS speed, and one for a really high ADS speed. As for the underbarrel grips, just the usual stuff. They have the Black Ops 4 grip, they have the Field Agent, and so on. Stuff that increases your movement or your recoil control. I don't really think I have to explain stocks as well, because, they have pretty much the same normal properties as they usually would with any Black Ops weapon. So this one gun has like a lot of different options when it comes to your class ups. You can have it completely unsuppressed, you could have it suppressed, you can have fast reload, you can have a slower reload but a lot more bullets. This gun pretty much has anything, and no matter what, it will always be stable and it will always be lethal. And this is the first SMG that actually has a 2-shot kill capability. Within those first 15 meters that was described in the picture that you just saw recently, you could pretty much 2-shot so long as you hit one time in the head or twice in the head. I know it sounds a little confusing, but what I mean is that if you do get a 2-shot with at least 1 shot to the head, so long as you shoot like the chest, it will still be a 2-shot kill. And just like that, I understand why they buffed the Odin. So now let's talk about the attributes like hipfire, ADS speed, stability. Well, the stability I already told you has no recoil. And also its movement speed. So its spread out speed is pretty good. Well, actually no, the spread out speed is kind of terrible unless you use like some sort of like no stock or something. I think that's like really the only downside for the KSP. It has extremely good hip fire, especially when you put that green laser. It's, I guess, more or less the same as it would be if you're using like a Mac 10. One thing I do not like about the weapon is probably its ADS movement speed. So it's not slow or anything, but the problem is that it's actually too fast. I ended up putting like a Field Agent foregrip just to keep the weapon a little bit slower. And plus, you know, just in case it actually does affect your recoil at longer ranges, that pretty much solves the entire problem. And, you know, keep in mind, I also use the agency suppressor. And this is a very ironic moment because there are a lot of times where I would like to balance everything, you know, like when it comes to speed, stability, all that stuff. But this is like really the first weapon I ever had to actually slow down. And even if you don't have those grip tapes that increase your ADS speed, which I don't, I have the one that is like the hit flinch resistance, it doesn't even make a difference. It's still faster than most of the SMGs that you see in this game. This is literally an SMG without consequences. So finally, let's talk about the camouflage challenges. So the first one obviously is kills. You don't have to worry about that one. It just happens as you go along. For the hip fire, it's extremely easy if you do have the green laser. What's it called? I'm just gonna call it the MIP laser. That's what I'm used to calling it. Or I think it's, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's maybe the steady aim, the hip fire laser. I don't fucking know. But basically, if you have that on, you're gonna be able to hip fire pretty easily at like close to medium ranges. That's how tight the hip fire spread is. Long shots, it's not even gonna be a problem. Don't even bother questioning it. As for the headshots, it can prove to be an issue if you don't slow down the weapon. So like I said, the weapon has very, very fast ADS movement speed, as well as just ADS speed in general. So I had to actually slow it down just a little bit in order to get those stable headshots because, you know, I like movement, but I don't like too much movement. Basically, across the board with every challenge that's available for camouflages on this weapon, you're not really going to have much of a problem. The headshot damage is already extremely high, so there's no excuse to say that, oh, this is an actual hard challenge. It's not, trust me. There's no way anyone could struggle with this. Also, I should leave you guys with a forewarning as well when it comes to you camo grinders out there, and those of you that may have Damascus. You won't unlock it right away once you get gold, you'll just get gold and platinum, so you're going to have to actually grind out the Elcar 9 gold in order to get both of them Damascus. So now finally for the class sub, I do have Agency Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Field Agent Foregrip, Extended Mag A, as well as Sturdy Grip Tape. So this is just my personal class sub. I should tell you that, like I said, I use the Field Agent Foregrip solely to slow down the ADS movement speed. Like I said, it's a very, very fast weapon. You guys could change those things around, of course. Not every class setup is like going to be the ideal class setup. Everyone has their preferences. Also, I think this is like one of the weapons I don't actually use toughness with. I actually use Vulture because the hit flinch for the Sturdy Grip Tape is actually pretty sizable. It's like 45% and you don't really feel it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like. Don't worry, the next video will be on the Elcar 9 because I do have some comments about it. So anyways, have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you.